Many of you have probably wondered, how does this get on this? You probably don't care, but I'm gonna show you how anyway. Firstly, you need your skateboard deck, grip tape, trucks and wheels, hardware, a skate tool, and a razor blade. You're gonna have your skateboard deck here. You got the razor blade. Be very careful with the razor blade. You gotta remove this here plastic. The next thing you're gonna need is gonna be your grip tape. Go ahead and cut that. You got your grip tape here. I'm gonna go ahead and start slowly removing the grip tape from the paper to reveal the adhesive. Gonna be very careful with this. You don't want to get it stuck on anything. I would say go pretty slow, especially if it's your first time ever gripping a board. You want to go nice and slow. Hold on to this for the end. You want to grab it by both ends, and you kind of want to just, to be honest, you gotta just go for it, man. Like, you can't sit there and like overthink it, or you're gonna end up messing your grip up. So right there. Okay. So now you just gently place it down. And this is why I said to save the paper, because instead of scratching your hands up, just get the paper. You want to make sure and try to get out all the air bubbles from the grip. You don't want air bubbles. In the event that there is an air bubble, you want to simply, you want to just come this way. There is a air bubble right there, and if for whatever reason, now this one I could press out, but if you can't, you just go ahead and poke it with the razor blade and then press it down, and it's gone. Okay, so now that you have the grip tape on the actual board, the next step is you're gonna want to file down the shape of the deck so that you can get the razor and actually cut the grip. So you can use, this is a skate tool that has a file built in, but you can use like a file, a screwdriver, just any kind of, I would say like metal object to kind of, so you can see what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the shape. I'm trying to get the shape so that I can get the razor blade and just cut it really easily.
This step isn't 100% necessary. You could just cut it after you have the grip on, but you end up doing a pretty terrible job. So. Air bubble?
Now you've got the shape, you've got your razor, and you've got the deck and grip. So what you want to do is you want to put the blade in right here. Now I will say the general rule of thumb is to not cut towards you, but with something like this, it is incredibly difficult to kind of cut away from you if you want to get like a really straight edge. So you can cut towards you, but just you have to be really slow. You don't want to rush it, or you could cut yourself. So you can see I'm just going right along the line right here.
Oh my goodness, it's stuck. Like I said, just go nice and slow.
Also, mind you, this is much easier if you do it on like some sort of table, but I don't have that, so I'm just doing it on this rock.
Whenever you're cutting towards you, you want to make sure that you have the razor blade right up against the line, and you want to kind of put quite a bit of pressure. You don't want to be loosely holding the razor blade. The blade could slip out and cut you, or it could mess the grip up.
So you're pretty much done at this point. It's pretty much up to whatever you want to do. A lot of people like to, myself included, like to kind of clean up some of the grips, some of the spots that you may have not done the best. So that's what I'm gonna do real quick.
So I'm gonna start over here. All those little extra spots on this. Just like that. Okay, so this is pretty much, this is good. Actually, hold up, I lied. There we go. Oh, fuck.
Once you're, I guess, satisfied with however you've gripped your board, again, you have the excess. Make sure every time you grip a board, you want to hold on to every little part until you're done. Because now what you're going to do is you're going to use this excess grip tape. Now, grip tape is basically sandpaper. So now you're going to go ahead, start sanding this down.
So the reason you want to sand these edges down is because you don't want the grip to start peeling whenever you're starting to actually skate the board and the board gets a little beat up. You don't want the grip to start just peeling off, so you're kind of solidifying the grip and making sure that it stays on there.
You're done gripping the board is done. I would say when you're done, make sure there's no air bubbles. Look at it like this. There is none. I got rid of all of them. So now you're done gripping the board. The next step is going to be to poke the holes out so that you can put in your hardware and put on your trucks and wheels. So you want to poke these holes out. You can use pretty much anything. I'm just using a piece of, or not a piece, but one of the hardwares that holds the trucks to the actual deck. This next part is very important. So when you're putting on your trucks and wheels, if it's a new board, it doesn't really matter. But if you skated the board before, you need to make sure that you know which truck goes on the front and which truck goes on the back. So if we look at the deck, we can see the spelling goes this way. So this right here is going to be the nose, and this is going to be the tail. So this is my front truck. You can tell it's my front truck because it's all scraped up right here, and I do a trick that makes it look that way. So that's how I know. But for anybody else, I would recommend getting like a Sharpie maybe, or like a sticker, and putting it on that front truck so that you know which side is which. So now you've got the trucks on the board and you've got the nuts on the bolts. So now you just want to tighten it down until not too tight. You don't want to put strain on the wood, just a nice firm tight, and you're good. Also, make sure whenever you're putting the trucks on the actual deck that this is called your kingpin, and these are the bushings. Make sure that these are going towards each other on the inside, because if you put it backwards going the other way, what will end up happening is whenever you turn left, you're going to turn right, and whenever you turn right, you're going to turn left. Now that your board is set up, you've got everything tight, your grip tape is done, it's time to go skate.